Drugstore. I'm so excited because we're going to be filming a first impressions for some drugstore makeup. So if this is a video that you like, or you've seen others of mine and you think you're like, you've seen others of mine that you like, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and you have the bell notification on so you're notified of all my uploads. And with these type of products, I will try out through the rest of the month. And then at the end of the month, I do a speed reviews and I'll let you know my final thoughts, because this is just a first impressions type of thoughts on these videos, or in these videos on these products. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump on into trying out these drugstore products. I will say there are two products in here that you can't necessarily buy at the drugstore, or you can't buy at the drugstore. But price point, I see them as drugstore because drugstore prices have been going up. So I threw them in here anyways. So grab a snack, grab something to drink, grab your makeup if you want to get ready, and let's try these new products out. All right, guys, so I went ahead off camera because there's a few things I did that's not new. And just for my eyes, like I've been doing on almost a day-to-day basis, I used my Tarte Shape Tape Glow Bronzer in my eyes. And then on my lids, I used my LYS Triple Fix Pressed Powder in Brave. As you can see, she's loved. Just as this is, I haven't been using a lot of highlighter on the face or even really in the inner corner. So I've been actually grabbing for my highlighters when I do a look like this, where I just throw bronzer in and use that on the lid. And then I went ahead and sprayed the face with the beautiful Dewy Coconut Setting Spray from e.l.f. We'll go ahead and use this at the end of the video as well. But I like to also use setting spray, especially this one at the beginning, to give it a nice, you know, prepped, hydrated skin, and we're dewy glowy, and that's a really great drugstore option to other really good, sorry, hold on guys, something's happened to my lighting. There we go. There we go. I don't know, it just changed on its own. Creepy. Anyways, for just a really pretty dewy look, and you know, this is great option instead of going high end, but it's the only drugstore one I have. It's not new. Also make sure you have that bell notification on for also the purpose of I'm just waiting for a few more products to arrive to me for my dupes video that I am so excited for, you guys. Like, I'm super stoked for it. Yeah, and I also got my camera, by the way, so I've talked about that a few times. I'm really excited for that too. I just need to kind of get it out, play with it, and learn a little bit more, and then we'll be switching over to me using my camera. I'm so excited. All right, so the first product we're going to try is the Pixi Barnacle Collagen Lip Gloss. We're going to put this on over our new lipstick as well, but we're also going to try this out in the beginning to nourish the lips. You know, as you know, if you're not new here, I like to put on a lip balm, lip gloss, lip oil, something like that on my lips to just nourish them while I'm doing my makeup. So that feels really nice. It gives a nice glossy finish. It felt nice going on. I'll list all the products down below, and I will also put the prices in the link. I believe this is $14. I do have another one that I feel like is pretty close to this from Tree Hut. So would I repurchase this? Probably not, only for the price point, because I feel like my Tree Hut one kind of gives me the same effect. Now this may last longer, we shall see, than the Tree Hut one, but some products I don't mind having to reapply. So to save the few extra bucks, I might go that route. All right, so now that we got those going, we're gonna go into our Power Grip by e.l.f. It's the new one, that's the 4% niacinamide. I've heard this is just like the other one, but it's got the skincare benefits. So let's say you're running out of your old one and you're gonna go repurchase that one, but you're interested in this one, I would say maybe pick it up and try it out like I did. That's the main reason why I did, is there is a skincare added benefit. So you'd have to use this more than once or twice to get that benefit from it. However, I also decided to get this one instead of my other one because I was running out, and I was like, yeah, let's try it. It's got skincare benefits. My skin always could use some skincare benefits. And as you see right here, we got a friend that decided to join us. I'm not too fond of that. So this definitely does feel just like the old one. It feels hydrating, which that's one thing I loved about the old one as well. It definitely gives us a nice dewy, wet look. It's sticky. I mean, it's a gripping primer, so it's going to be sticky. I don't know if some people don't like them, but I actually really do like gripping primers. I feel like they do help my makeup last longer. I also feel like my face is really red on camera. It is a little red. I have that type of skin that you just touch it and it turns red, or I get really hot and it turns red, but I promise not as red as it looks on camera. But this, on top of that dewy spray from Health, gave us a beautiful glow. So I'm excited to see what the foundation is going to look like underneath. So I will probably go ahead and apply the foundation with the brush first, and then we will go in with a sponge just to kind of make sure it's all blended out. So while we let this sit, it says grip makeup and help even skin tone with this 4% niacinamide infused clear gel primer. I do like it. I'll go ahead and have to try to use it more than a couple times to let you guys know my final thoughts. Like I said, speed reviews video, and would I repurchase that one over the other one? Or would I repurchase the other one? Or both, because yeah, they do the same thing, but that does have the skincare added benefits. Apologize for the noise that makes. I don't know why it started doing that a bit ago. All right, so this product is one of them that isn't necessarily drugstore. However, it is drugstore pricing. Like I said, drugstore has definitely gone up. And we actually do have 2 mascaras. So we're going to put one on one eye and one on the other. And the reason for that is one of them is more of an everyday type of look and the other is more glam. So we're going to kind of see how they differ. All right, so this isn't new, but it's new to me. It is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I have mine in 10N, and I really like their concealer. I thought about going ahead and just using that today and using the new concealer in a different video, just because this is Sephora Best Skin Foundation and I have their concealer that I really do like. For me, it's more of a light to medium coverage, but it's just really thin. It's not thick, and being in my 30s, I like to have more of a thicker or more of a thinner consistency, but still have that coverage. So let's shake her up and let's see what she looks like. She's supposed to be a natural finish, medium buildable coverage for the look of naturally perfected skin. I really need to stop throwing my boxes away that have the information on them. So we're gonna go in first with my Anissa brush here. I really love this brush. I also ordered some new ones, and we have some other drugstore makeup to try out. I don't know if that makeup is new, but we'll try that out in a future video. And then I have some drugstore brushes I know are not new that we're going to try out, and then I also have some more higher end brushes that we will also try out in a high end video. I'm just waiting for all this stuff. So here's what it looks like. Here's the consistency. I feel like that feels pretty thick, and it didn't feel like a lot. So let's go ahead, and we did about maybe half a pump. I don't know. Some of these pumps are really like weird, you know, like with the NARS light reflecting, you think you got a lot on, but really they're only like small little pumps, and so you have to use a little bit more. But I think that's a really good shade match too. I guess some hair stick to the skin. I feel like that definitely matched really well, and it's going on really, really pretty and really easily. My nose is one of the hardest places, like the corner of my nose. And I'm only doing the one side. If you're new here, I only do one side when we're trying new foundations to start out with, so you guys can see the difference. I really like this. This is really pretty. This is actually reminding me of something. I might have to go ahead and hold off on that dupes video for maybe another week and pick up the higher end foundation to what I think this is a dupe for. I've never bought the full size of it because it's expensive, but I can get the smaller version. I bought that, really like it, but never repurchased it. I used it more for, you know, a glam look or a date night. All right, so here is the side without foundation, and here's the side with. It definitely gives medium buildable coverage and really pretty natural look. And then of course we have the dewy setting spray, and then that e.l.f. gripping primer, which gives some good, nice hydration. I'm really liking it. And for the price point of 20, I think it was 20 or 21, not bad at all. So we're just blending out on the back of the hand. Now we're gonna go in on this side. And then, like I said, we'll just quickly go over it with the sponge a little, just to Make sure everything is blended nice and seamless. I do that a lot, unless I'm using a sponge. But 9 times out of 10 these days, I really like to use a brush. And then I just do that just to make sure. And I am bringing it down here, so not necessarily all the way down my neck like I would if it wasn't a good shade match. But no matter what, even if it's a good shade match, I do like to put it just slightly on my neck like that. But this is so pretty, you guys, like, so pretty. Let's see how well she covers our friend right there. And that thing hurts, you guys. Like, you ever get one of those pimples that just really, really badly hurts? That's that friend of ours. She's painful right now. Is this a foundation that I would repurchase as of right now based off of first impressions? Yes. The price point is there. This is the third makeup product I've tried from Sephora, and all three I really do like. I've tried their brushes as well. One of their brushes, I should say, their concealer brush, and I do like it, but I am more fond of our Anissa Beauty one, which I did not grab, so we will be using the sponge today for that. All right, so now we're just gonna very lightly press this into the skin and just make sure it all seamlessly is blended. Can't believe I forgot that. I might have to go grab it. I don't know, because I really like to first apply concealer, blend it out with my finger. I know it seems like such an extra step, but then go in with my brush and then go back over with the sponge just to make sure the concealer and foundation all seamlessly blend together as well. For me, it's just really good to do it that way because it just makes my makeup look better. You know, I say it a million times, but I'm not like all you beautiful young girls out here on YouTube. I think that's one thing that makes my channel unique is I'm 37. I definitely have issues. You guys saw that. I have no filters on my videos. I never do. I do some editing as far as like, you know, helping the video picture look better or brightness a little, that type of thing. But I never change the way that the picture actually looks and my skin would look in video. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. There we go. But you guys, this is beautiful. Let me show you a little close-up. Here pretty soon I can zoom in with that new camera and not have to show you a close-up. All right, let me go ahead and jump off camera real quick and grab the Anissa Beauty brush because I can't live without her. So I apologize. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I apologize. So we actually have two things for under the eyes today. And as you know, I don't like to use a lot under my eyes. So we're going to go in with just a little bit of this color corrector and then a little bit of the concealer. This color corrector is from e.l.f. It is their new camo color corrector, and I have it in peach. So we're going to put this on first. I'll apply this the same way, blend it with my finger a little, going with the brush. It's more so like spreading it out and then going with the brush and then the sponge. And then we have the new Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish in C4. It's a soft matte concealer. Let's go ahead and swatch it and look at the, ooh, interesting doe foot. I like the flatness of it. That looks really cool. I don't think I have a doe foot like this. That's really neat. Okay. Okay, that might match us pretty well today. And let's look to see how deep, because the other shades of this color corrector definitely I knew would not work for me, but I was a little afraid it might be too deep and it might be a little bit too peach, but there's the peach color corrector. It looks nice and like hydrating, and so does the concealer. And there's the concealer. As you guys can see, pretty bad dark circles under these puppies. All right, so let's go ahead and do this first. We're going to apply this where I have most of my discolorations, which is going to be right here. I mean, I have it everywhere, but mainly on that inner corner. And we're going to go one at a time. I do that with all concealers just because I don't know how. I got to throw my hair back during this part. Should have done that with the foundation because I don't know how quickly something's going to dry. Okay. She feels hydrating. I would say it is a little dark for me, but it is color correcting. And we're doing one eye at a time so you guys can see the difference, especially with this color corrector. I don't think I need to go in with the brush, but we are going to go in a little bit with the sponge and just tap that in. All right, so there's the eye without the color corrector and the eye with the color corrector. So that really did do a really good job color correcting. All right, maybe we should go in. Well, actually, you guys will see it anyway. So let's go ahead and do this eye, and then we will go back to the other one, and we will go ahead and put the concealer on. Let that color corrector on that eye dry. And then you guys will see what it looks like with just the color corrector and what it looks like with the color corrector underneath the concealer. This one that I'm doing right now always seems to be the worst. Like, for some reason, this eye, I can put concealer on it and color correctors and whatnot, and it looks beautiful. But then this eye usually doesn't look as good. Anybody else have that issue? Like, you have one eye that looks totally different, but that looks really, really nice. Okay, I need to, there we go. Really, really nice, you guys. That blended in very nicely. I mean, we're very color corrected. Obviously, there's still some discoloration under there, but that's what we got her for. All right, let's go ahead and go in. That feels really weird and really cool at the same time. Comment down below and let me know if you've tried any of this stuff. I was in a no-buy for a while, and I've been waiting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use that much, and I'm just gonna lightly tap it, like I said, with my finger to just kind of spread it. And I like to start with most of my product right here, and then I will go in and take this brush now, and then we will feather it out. But I keep most of my product down here, and then as I've got most of that blended, I will go ahead and work my way up to where those wrinkles and fine lines are. That way, when I get up there, I don't have as much product. And you want to be very, very gentle under your eyes, especially when you get to my age. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and just blend right here. We're not necessarily blending where the concealer is, but where the concealer and the foundation meet. So there is the eye with everything on it and the eye with just the color corrector. It looks so smooth and beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and set that eye once we're done with our eyes, sorry, once we're done with the other eye with a new powder foundation, or a new powder. And as you guys know, I don't really like a lot of powders, so we shall see how it works. I just have that issue because of having the dry skin and texture. I haven't really found my all-time holy grail powder where, like, I can't stop using it, can't stop putting it down. But even though I don't have oily skin, I do still like to use a setting powder, especially because we're gonna have two different mascaras on. I want to make sure we get the set under here, but you'll also see I don't go all the way under the eyes as well to set. We want to make sure something down there is set. That way your mascara, if it's going to smudge, it doesn't go under the eyes, or if it isn't smudging, that's great, right? All right, so my thoughts on these, first impression thoughts on these, I like both of them. I would say, depending on how they wear throughout the day, I would repurchase both. So like I said, I will leave down the description box to how those wore and the foundation wore. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and set it with the new Makeup Revolution IRL filter powder. Why do I want to keep saying foundation? Oh, I just made a big mess. Okay. Well, all over my mirror too. Just give me 1 second. There is a loose powder in this, and that's what just spilled all over the place. And there is a pressed. Like I was saying, I haven't really found a lot of powders that I really like. I do have a couple that I do like the Cloud Set from Kosas and the Makeup Forever, but those are about it. Like, I haven't found my holy grail drugstore, or at least a good drugstore one. So I'm assuming after it's opened and it moves around, it's going to spill inside here. So that's kind of like a negative for me. There is no stopper. That kind of sucks because that made a big mess, but it's very white, so that's a little concerning too. I like to go ahead and go in with press first, so let's do that, and then we might go ahead and try the loose powder. My gosh, see, the packaging, I will say, is not the best for sure. We won't knock it for that because if the product works, but I am concerned that it's white because there might be some kickback, or not kickback, but flashback. So here is the press part of it. I didn't grab, I like to use my, is that the only one left? Okay. I like to use a powder puff. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. And we will use, this is so dirty, I need some new ones. I gotta purchase some new ones. You can get these ones on Amazon and they're great. Okay, so I can't really see because this is, it's clean, I've cleaned it, but it's also dirty. And it also comes with a mirror. So let's go ahead and use the mirror. Press out any of our creases. And I just go right down here. So right below where all those fine lines and wrinkles are. Are you guys seeing this? Holy cow. Okay, watch this. You see this eye? Now look at this eye. That has totally blurred, and it's supposed to blur and soften. Okay, I just said I haven't found my favorite drugstore powder. I think I may have found my favorite drugstore powder. Normally powder under my eyes, even with putting it just in the corner there, just right in this lower part, doesn't normally work for me. I normally still end up with problems. I mean, so far, so good. Oh my gosh, like everything in this video so far, you guys, is working for us. This is so nice. We might go ahead and go over it with the loose powder as well. I don't want to put too much under the eyes, but you guys, that looks so good. Let's go ahead and set our T-zone. I'll try out the loose powder maybe as like a touch-up powder, and then I'll let you guys know in the description box. I'll go ahead and put this in the description box as well. But you guys, Makeup Revolution. I don't know what they put in this, but this is so blurring. And it doesn't look like it's going to have flashback. I'll take a picture when I'm done with the video to see. But so far, I don't think it's going to. It doesn't seem like it will. And I usually also will have an issue with powder sticking and then breaking apart up here on my lip, but it's not. We have cream products today, so we will also set those with this. I don't like to go anywhere else but the T-zone with powder because I do still like to keep that dewy look if we have a dewy base on, or a natural look if we have a natural one. But I do want to see how these powder or these creams perform without setting it with a powder blush or bronzer like you typically do. So we're going to go ahead and set it with this, but then we will also go back and spray. So if this does make us more matte, because that will make you matte because it blurs, but we can bring back the dew with that. Oh, you guys, this is like everything so far superb. If this keeps my makeup lasting all day, keeps me smooth and blur as you guys are seeing, this is my new holy grail. Chef's kiss powder from the drugstore. All right, so we have 2 mascaras to try out, and then we have a brow product, and then we will go in with the cream blushes. Then we have a lip product. I don't have a new lip liner, so we're just going to use a Milani Drugstore one. That's like the closest color match I have to the lipstick. All right, the first one is going to be the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Clearly, this is meant, they made it to be a dupe for the Benefit Lash and Roll, or the Benefit, whatever their roll one is, I can't remember. This is the one that's going to give you more of a natural look, and the other one's going to give more of the glam look. So here's what our wand looks like, which I do really appreciate wands like this, especially ones that have the divots, because it helps you comb through. So I think we will go ahead and put it on this side. So let you guys get a look at those lashes that are pretty much non-existent. So we're first going to use this side, the tree side, as I like to call it. Oh, I got some mascara on my lids, but I'll clean that up later. You always, if you do that, want to make sure you let that dry first, but that's nothing new to me. That's not the mascara's fault. It's because of having hooded eyes. That happens often. This is beautiful. This is so nice, you guys. That's one coat. I think it really did do a good job of lifting. Let's go ahead and comb through them a little. They don't look too spidery. I know that used to be the thing back in the day. So let's go ahead and see if we can build it up with adding one more coat. I typically only go with one coat of mascara, but there's one coat versus nothing. And then we will compare it to the next one. I mean, it is probably going to be a little different because the next one's supposed to be more glam. This one's more of a everyday soft type of look. But you can definitely build it up. I would just suggest not building it up more than 2 coats because I think it can get clumpy. Like it's starting to get there with me. So we're going to stop there. We're just brushing through them. Impressed. I would say I would definitely repurchase this, especially for the price point of $6. Now this next one is definitely more expensive, more on the higher end of drugstore, but she's been all over TikTok, you guys, all over TikTok. And I know that there's been an issue with her and a TikToker, but we're not going to talk about that because we like to keep these videos nice and positive. But regardless of all that, I still wanted to give her a try. That Pixi did rub off pretty quickly like my Tree Hut one does. I mean, even when I am drinking, Tree Hut does that. So I would honestly, I do like it, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I'm just going to put that out there now. I would just go ahead and repurchase the Tree Hut one because it does the same effect, feels the same. It is nice and felt nice, but you can get the same effect with the Tree Hut one. Anyways, L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. So let's look at the wand. I heard the wand is very very interesting wand. I feel like this would be a learning curve for sure. So you have this side here that you would apply, and then this flat side is supposed to help comb through. So we're gonna do that on this side. So weird using this hand. I'm not someone that uses this hand often. And this feels rubbery compared to the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. It felt more like just a normal natural wand. These ones I seem to poke myself in the eye with. All right, I'm kind of scared, you guys. Just because of this wand. Okay. Okay, yeah. I can see. Okay, this just feels weird. Let me see if I can try to apply it like this. With this hand. I can see the hype. It definitely instantly gave me some lift. I wouldn't say it's giving me volume, but it definitely lifted those lashes. We'll have to try the other side to separate them. I can see this getting clumpy too if you go in with too much. That's just one coat. I think we're going to stick with one coat because I feel like it's already getting clumpy. So there's e.l.f. L'Oreal. I feel like there isn't too much of a difference. So honestly, I don't know if this is nice. I don't know if I would repurchase though, because this one I think was like $15. And I feel like I'm getting pretty darn close to the same effect with this L'Oreal one as I did the e.l.f. one, and it's a lot cheaper, but it looks really nice. They both look really nice. I'm kind of glad I don't have to like bind them now to make my eyelashes look the same. All right, so the next one isn't really new, but it's new to me, so we're gonna use it. It is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade a chocolate. So we have the spoolie here, which my brows usually lay flat, so I don't usually have to comb them through. One of these days they'll start growing, right guys? I know I can use a lash serum, so if you guys know of a good cheaper version of one, because I know the Grande Lash, which is really expensive. So let's go ahead and give her a try. I also read actually just the other day not to pluck, and it will help them grow back. Just let them kind of grow all crazy like they are, so I haven't been plucking. This is definitely too light, but I mean, I don't think anyone should be too close, like besides my husband. To me, that would be able to tell the difference. Mine are more of a very dark brown to black. So I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it's definitely a little bit lighter, but that was really easy to go ahead and just fill in these sparse spots. and kind of shape them. I'm getting better at brows. I would say brows and eyeliner are like the two things that I'm not the best at yet, but I'm getting better at brows. I've been trying out eyeliner. I actually just purchased an Essence eyeliner to play around with. That won't be in a video, but just to play around with and try to get my upper waterline. It's just hard with having hooded eyes too. So if you are a hooded eye twin of mine, comment down below and let me know how you do your lids. All right, the next product is a gel and it's new. It is the Milani Liquid Brow Wax. So we're gonna see, she is white, so that kind of makes me a little nervous, but we'll see. I mean, that powder was white and I didn't think it was gonna turn out as good as it did. Okay, this is nice. It's definitely a wet formula. However, it's not messy. And I feel like it's drying down to not a white. So that's nice. I don't think it's going to be noticeable. It definitely makes those brows stick. So we will see if it helps keep them in place. So once again, I'll keep you guys updated as I use this more in review at the end of the month. But this is actually really nice for drugstore. So again, another great product. So far, we've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products, and I've liked them all. 9. Can't believe I almost forgot about that. Like them all. All right. The next one is the other product that is not a, well, I mean, we tried this one, but this one is not new. That isn't necessarily drugstore, but we're putting it in here because of the price point. It is from Tower 28. It is their new Sculptonio bronzer in the shade Getty. When I swatched her, she felt really nice and creamy. As you can see, really nice, creamy and wet. And the tone looked a little darker than I thought, but once I start swatching it and then on the back of my hand, it blended out really nicely. And it's got a really pretty glow to it, but I don't feel like it's like dewy. I just feel like it's got this healthy glow. So we're gonna go in with our e.l.f. Complexion Duo and we're gonna see. Okay. I feel like that shade actually is working. I think this is either the lightest or the second to lightest shade, but I feel like that shade is working. What do you guys think? I think it looks great and it looks very pretty and natural. Wrong mirror. Wrong mirror. Yeah, that looks really natural and pretty. I don't always do it, but I've been doing it lately. So let's go ahead and put this on the top. Yeah, that's blending into my hairline really well too. So we will go ahead and set these cream products with that powder when we are done. Gosh dang it, I did it again. I don't like to bring my, well, not even just creams, but my bronzers too low. But I've actually been bringing it a little bit lower than I typically do lately, and I don't mind it. That's really pretty and natural. I really do like that too. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this as well. Like, I don't think this has happened for a very, very long time, you guys. Very long time where every product has been a hit. Like, we've only got 2 more products left. 2 more products. Like, very pretty. My complexion looks so gorgeous. I don't think it's looked this good in a very long time. The under eyes still look really good. They don't look drying. They aren't really creasing. The face looks really blurred. That powder just really like soaked in. It didn't like sit on top. Love it. All right, the next one is from Makeup Revolution. It is their new liquid blush. It is their blush balm. Yeah, blush balm. And I have her in Dolly Rose. She's a big doe foot, like Tarte's concealer, the Shape Tape, which did not work for me. I did like the more hydrating version better, but it still didn't become one of my favorites. Here's what the shade looks like. That's so pretty. I typically do not dot it on my face, but we're gonna get risky today and we're gonna try it because it doesn't look, it looks really thin, really pretty and glowy, so I don't feel like I will have a problem. So let's do 3 dots there. We're gonna now take the e.l.f. Putty Primer application brush and start blending her out. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And she's giving a really pretty dewy look as well, but not too dewy. It's like a little bit of a glow, but it's not over dewy. But you can definitely see the dew on my cheek there. She's a pretty one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like I said, what is it with today's products? We are 1 product left and it's all been a win. You know how exciting that is? I also love to hear from you guys if you've picked up any of these products and what your thoughts are, or if you have not, if you're going to now, because I will say everything I've tried so far, go pick up. It is definitely worth it all. And I know we may look a little crazy, but it will get toned down when I set it. Now, because it is a liquid and it feels, you know, a little hydrating with some dewiness, it definitely won't be as long lasting, but she's pretty. Sorry, I don't have very prominent cheeks, so sometimes I have to smile to be able to see them. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and set that real quick, and then we will do our lips, and then we'll be done. All right, so let's go ahead and set that bronzer and that blush. Okay, so even setting that, it didn't take away too much of the pigment, which is nice. And it even blurred it really nicely over there as well. You guys, this powder is so beautiful. I will say, without even trying the lip product, I'm gonna say this is my favorite. Out of all of these, I'm already gonna say it. I always go over my final first impression thoughts at the end, and I tell you guys at the end, but I'm telling you, this face is smooth and blurred, and she's beautiful. So, already like her. All right, I'm gonna throw on real quick this Milani lip liner. It is their understatement lip liners. And then we will try the new lipstick, and then I'll go through real quick my final thoughts. And then at the end, I'm gonna apply that Pixi gloss over the top of this lipstick just to see, you know, how it would apply together. And then that will be it. All right, so we have that. And then the new lipstick is the e.l.f.'s O Face. Really cute packaging. I love this. The sleek matte, and it's also magnetic. So I feel like this, for drugstore pricing, I can see why the lipstick was $9. Typically, e.l.f. doesn't have a high tag, but I can see why, because it's very luxe, and I have it in Dirty Talk. So let's go ahead and swatch it real quick. Ooh, she's creamy. It's supposed to be, I believe, a satin finish. Does it say down here? Does not. I will make sure to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be satin. So we're gonna go ahead and put her on, and then, like I say, we'll go over the thoughts while we let this kind of dry down. That's really pretty. Yeah, I like that. And then put Pixi on top of it. I want to let it dry first. So there is Dirty Talk. Really pretty. It felt really nice going on. It looks smooth. It even smoothed out my lip lines a little. So I love. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and spray the face real quick too. Let's bring a little bit of dew back, because I do like the dew, and I love the smell of this stuff, you guys. Like, love it. Okay, that's not new, so we don't need to talk about that. This is, like I said, my only one. All right, so first and foremost, these are good. I would repurchase them. I'll, like I said, check the description box. I will update you on how they were, but they look really good so far, and I'm liking them. All right, this blush is really, really pretty. Good price point. We'll see how it wears throughout the day as well. I don't expect too much just because it is one of the liquid dewy blushes, but I didn't lose very much pigment when setting it with the powder, so that's great. I would repurchase this. And then this, amazing. Absolutely love it. We'll see how it helps the rest of my makeup the rest of the day. But you guys, I'm impressed. This is my favorite out of everything. I definitely would repurchase this. Love it. The Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. I love this as well. It gave such a beautiful natural finish. It was so easy to blend. The color match 10 in is perfect. So if you're about my shade, skin tone, then this would be your shade, I believe. Beautiful finish. Great price. Chef's kiss. Love this. Would repurchase. And then the Tower 28 bronzer. I feel like the shade was really pretty, very natural. It blended really well with that blush as well. And it set down really well. I'm not sure about repurchasing this yet, but I really do like it. I'll try it out the rest of the month and update you more in our speed reviews video. And these, I feel like, are pretty much the same. They pretty much gave the same effect. I did have to go with 2 coats of this one compared to 1 coat of this one to get the same effect. However, this is cheaper. This was like almost $15, $16. I believe this was $6. If I had to choose one of these, I would repurchase this one. This one isn't bad, but I do like this one a little bit better, mainly because I'm more of an everyday look kind of girl. Anyways, I don't do a lot of glam looks, and I do believe this was meant to be a dupe. Maybe I'll pick that mascara up and I'll add that to my dupes video, but I would repurchase that. And then we have our Milani brow wax, depending on how this wears throughout the day. So far, so great. It dried down really quickly. It didn't dry down to being a white cast on my eyebrows, and I really do like it. So far, so great. I'll update you in speed reviews if I would repurchase it, depending how it wears, but so far, I really like it. And then we have the Pixi lip gloss. You guys know I have the Tree Hut one that looks the same exact way. So would I repurchase this one? No, I would just repurchase my Tree Hut one for $8 compared to about 14, 15 bucks. But this is a really nice balm. I like to wear these type of things either on top of a lipstick or, you know, when I'm applying my makeup to nourish lips or at bedtime. So we will go ahead and put this on top here in a minute. And then the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with the 4% niacinamide. This I can't tell you yet if I would repurchase. However, if there is a little bit of a difference, at least in my skin, because of the added skincare, I would probably repurchase this. I might even repurchase this and the other one because they do feel the same way. They gave a really pretty dewy, like just not really dewy, I guess, but like a really pretty healthy hydrated look, which the other one did as well. But I really do like this. And then this e.l.f. Face lipstick, it's really pretty. I really love the color Dirty Talk. It's smooth and creamy. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day, especially because throughout the day I drink lots of water. It did smooth out my lip lines. We'll see how this Pixi goes on top of it here in a second. Packaging super sleek and cute. $9 is a high price tag for e.l.f., but I can see why, because this doesn't feel like any cheap plastic type of packaging. Would I repurchase this? Stay tuned. Subscribe and hit that bell notification because I'll let you guys know in my speed reviews as I try more. I would say as of right now, it didn't blow my socks off, but it is not a bad product. Everything, even though I wouldn't repurchase something, it's mainly because maybe I know I can find something cheaper that's the same, or I have something that is the same that I like a little bit better or is cheaper. But that doesn't mean these products didn't work, because they all worked amazing. There has not been one product out of all of these that I did not like. I don't even remember if that's ever happened, honestly, in a video, you guys, or if it has. It's been a long time. So let's go ahead and just a little bit here to get us some gloss. That's pretty. Now, clearly, it's going to get dirty, so you're going to want to clean it if you do something like that. But I think if you have this, or if you even have a gloss with this type of applicator, or just go pick up the Tree Hut one for $8 because that one's really great. I think it adds a beautiful glossy shine to your lips with this lipstick. I think this lipstick actually needs something like this. I feel like that kind of made it pull together a little bit more. All right, guys, so that is it. That is all of our new drugstore stuff to try. Comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these things, if you have, what your thoughts are, or if now you plan to go try. And I thank you guys so much for watching. And I really hope you decide to stick around, subscribe, especially because, like I said, we got a camera now. I'm so excited to play around with it. So excited. And now I can also take pictures of my family with the camera. But I'm pretty excited to use it for filming. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back very, very soon. Bye.